Hello. I wanted to talk to you about love. The one thing that we know is that God is love. Yet few people understand what that means. If God is love, then there must be an experience that we all have of love. Yet the opposite of love is fear. So in our experience, we experience love and we experience fear, both part of God, but ultimately one with God. This is a very interesting conversation we are about to have. What if God's love, when expressed between two people, represented one aspect of God? And what if God's love, when expressed between a larger group, such as a civilization, represented another aspect of God? Could it be possible that God could be expressing love in terms of a planet? Or even a universe? This is what I want to explore. These are considered use case diagrams. This is a UML modeling convention. And I would like to continue to explore this idea with you in the concept of a broader context. If we look at the understanding that God is love from an aspect of good and evil, third density, duality, the lesson to be learned would be respect. I respect myself. I respect other people, beings. This is taking place on Earth, or Urantia. First chakra, tribal creation. What we can see that God's spirit and will could easily be an angel, an Anunnaki, a dragon, a fairy, a reptilian, a gray, human, animal, etc. But not Palladians, although Palladian DNA has been introduced to accelerate our process of learning. So we have this idea of the spirit and the will combined, and we participate in the God aspect of good and the God aspect of evil. This is the understanding of third density. Yet this aspect of God fuels the denial of this aspect of God, fuels a different reality, a reality of denial spirits, of jinn, of demon, who feed off of God's denial of respect. If we continue, we enter into a different aspect of God, the aspect of spirit and will, because remember, God is love. At this level, you become responsible for your actions individually and not at the group level. The space that this pertains to is unity. It's fourth density. The lesson here is responsibility. The scope is of a group, of a civilization. The typical group and civilization experience would be Pan, Lemuria, and Atlantis, where Lemuria and Atlantis broke with the spirit and the will. And now the first and second chakra become relevant. In addition, you have the introduction of universal law. The aspect of spirit, of thinking, the aspect of feeling must be balanced with the law of attraction, the law of intention, the law of allowance, and the law of balance. The other interesting configuration that emerges here is that you get into your spirit and your will, and God's spirit and God's will. And you have a negative and positive aspect of your spirit, and they merge. And that is how we learn God's spirit, and it is also how we learn God's will. God is love.